Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Inside the Force. Dave Cunningham with Hannah Burr.
Hello.
How are you doing, Hannah?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
I'll tell you what, I'm assuming, you're a little bit away, you're ways from it, but there's a big storm about to nail us.
I've seen so many memes on my Facebook page
Yes.
of people being like, oh, shelves are out of bread, milk, and butter.
Yeah, there's a lot of grocery stores empty out. Yeah, that's why when you texted me and were like, you want to do tonight or tomorrow night? I'm like, you know what? I might not even have power tomorrow night. So we better do it tonight.
Good call.
We're supposed to get like 10 to 12 inches maybe.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen that? Yeah, it's thankfully I think the ice part is going to be south of us. Like I think Atlanta is actually going to get hit with really bad ice.
So I still get texts from the church I went to in Kentucky, which is like an hour and a half south of Lexington.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I got the text saying, due to weather, we're not doing in-person services.
Oh, everything's shut down this weekend.
Wow.
They said basically don't go anywhere.
Dang.
So, yeah.
So I'll think of you when I'm enjoying this 60-degree weather in Florida.
Trust me, I had a brief thought, you know what? I'm just going to jump in my family in the car and just drive to Florida because this is not going to be that fun. I just hope I don't lose power for very long. But
well, everybody, please be safe.
Absolutely, everybody. And this is like, I'm telling you, look at the projections. It's already hitting Texas, like North Texas and Kansas and Arkansas right now, and it's coming this way, and it's going all the way up to the northeast, northeast, like New England area, and they're up there. They might get 2 feet of snow up there. That's what they're saying.
Oh, I should check on my parents.
It is. Oh yeah, it is going to be. This is like one of the biggest snowstorms they said in a long time, like before I was born.
Apparently, in Pennsylvania, I can't remember if it was 94 or 95, but I was young and I was walking.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we got like 3 feet of snow.
Oh, yeah.
Because my dad would dig tunnels and I just walk through them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even think of it like this, but I have seen this, so I didn't really know what it was for, but I heard somebody on the news talking about it today. You know, up in the north, like the New England part of Maine and stuff like that, there's houses up there that have doors on the second floor that open to nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because when the snow's high, they can just walk out of there.
Yep. They're not stuck.
That's so odd. I've noticed doors like that. I'm like, what is that? That is so weird. Now it makes sense.
Now you know.
Now I know. All right. Well, that's a little bit of our personal life there. You guys heard, and what's happening with us. Hannah's down there in the what is it? What is it? 70s down there?
60s.
60s, 67. Okay.
It's glorious.
Yeah, it's glorious. It's 20 here, I think, right now, and it's going to even get cold. It feels like like 6 or something like that. So it's cold, but we are excited and warm and fuzzy, at least inside, because we finally got something from Star Wars, which is the brand new teaser trailer, not a full trailer, teaser trailer for Maul, Shadow Lord. And we are just going to talk about this on this episode because we finally have something to actually talk about and not have to pull anything out of our you-know-whats. So first and foremost, though, thanks to our patrons, we both did some reaction videos to that. We posted up on there, so our patrons kind of heard our first reactions to it. But going into this right now, this is for a teaser, it's a minute 47. So
it's a long teaser.
It is a long teaser. I feel like it doesn't really tell a full story yet or what this thing's really about, but first impressions, Hannah, when you saw this thing, what did you think?
I thought the animation stepped up. I also felt like it definitely told us when this takes place.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also establishes, because there seems to be a huge wave of villains turning into heroes. I don't think we can ever call Darth Maul a hero. Maybe an anti-hero. Maybe. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
I think that's right.
Okay. But we see him. It's so weird. He's fighting against the Empire. We know the Emperor is hunting him. We saw the Inquisitors. But he's also aiming to be a top crime drug lord. And then he has an apprentice? Question mark? So that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's very clear now where this takes place. And we're going to get some epic fights. And also, Sam Witwer.
That's true.
That's it. Mic drop.
Sam.
What about you?
Yeah, I think the overall look of it is fantastic. Look, I think the style keeps improving. And it's really, to me, it's more like about the lighting effects and the shadows, and that's really kind of makes, because that adds more, like, you're able to do more depth and feel the 3D of it. It doesn't look so flat, when there's not a lot of light and shadows and stuff like that, which you can kind of see when, like the first couple seasons of Clone Wars. I tell you where, the animation I feel like took a step up too was, when Bad Batch came out.
Yes.
And then this kind of just elevates that a little bit. So, okay, so we haven't seen Maul, since the end of Clone Wars. So I think, looking back at the end of that season, he kind of flies off in the distance, which I think now looking at it, it's like clearly they're going to tell a story about what happened to him, right?
Right.
So here it is, and we're going to get, his middle story, which, because we know how he started and we now know how he ended. So this is the Crimson Dawn story and how he came to be of that. Now, anti-hero, yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe not anti-hero, but it's like, is there an anti-villain?
He might be the first.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I felt with this was. Look, we all know Maul is he's not a good guy,
right?
And he was obviously trained and manipulated into the dark side. Because unlike, we got to keep in mind that unlike Asajj, unlike Savage, his brother, unlike some of these Inquisitors, he was a Sith.
Yes.
He was a full Sith.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think of, besides him, like, who else has been a Sith that stopped being a Sith, but still kind of was out there. I mean,
Vader.
Vader died, right? When he,
right. But before then, he changed.
He did change briefly, right? But this guy's going to end up living for almost 19 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, actually more than that. I mean, that was episode 1 where he died. So it was like 30 something years as just a wanderer. And clearly they're trying, like Palpatine's trying to kill him. He's trying to find him and kill him because, maybe he understands the threat he is. But, like I said, I think this, watching this, it was just, it was just pure, I guess, action and excitement. And it wasn't, I wasn't drawn. Again, I don't really know the story. I mean, we can kind of sit here and guess it, that we think we know where it's going, but it didn't really say that here. It was really just about, I mean, he did say, like, I'm going to show you what, the Empire looks like. But we all kind of know that already. Mm-hmm. But somehow he's going to get into the underworld scene. We did see more lightsabers in this than I thought we would.
Yes, way more.
Way more.
Way more.
But it makes sense because this, there's still Jedi reeling from Order 66. So
yeah,
it's interesting that we're going to follow some of those stories, and clearly, like you said, you hinted, he's probably going to take one as an apprentice. Mm-hmm. But overall, look, I think, we can talk about it here in a few minutes, but we got some familiar faces. I think there will be a lot more that come about. And look, overall, I am just stoked about this thing. Like, I am extremely excited. And I think it's going to be interesting how because again, like, I don't think he's a hero, but he is somehow the protagonist of this series, right?
Well, you don't have to be a good guy and not be the protagonist. Like, if you think about Avengers Infinity War.
Yes.
Thanos, he's your protagonist.
True.
Yeah, he's not the good guy.
That's true. Yep.
So.
Yeah, but I guess traditionally, usually the protagonist is the good guy, right?
Yes. Traditionally. Yes.
So now we're getting somebody that has this dark part about his life, and he is the one driving the story and the one they're trying to get everybody to root for, in a sense.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm interested in how that's going to be and how that's going to, because that's the thing, when we got to Rebels, if you think about it, when he shows up in Rebels, like, he works with the Jedi. He's working with the Jedi. He's not fighting them. He's fighting the Inquisitors. So he's definitely, living. He's just trying to live in the best way he can. Trying to survive. Correct. Yep. Okay, so now a couple of familiar faces really were just the Inquisitors, I think. I didn't really see anybody else. I don't know if you did.
I watched it again, specifically looking for people I might have noticed. Mm-hmm. I didn't see anyone.
I didn't either.
Just Inquisitors.
Yeah, we got the Inquisitor, and I didn't look him up, but we got the Inquisitor that Ahsoka faces in Tales of the Jedi.
Yes.
Which was one of the best scenes. I love that scene.
Fantastic. And great scene in the book, too.
Yes. And then, I guess the Marok.
Yes.
Is here, which I don't know, again, his Inquisitor name. I don't know which brother he is.
Marok is Marok.
Marok is Marok. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Marok is Marok.
But does it feel, I'm kind of skipping to the end here, but does it feel like he kills Marok in this shot?
That's what it looks like. So maybe Marok we see later is just like,
well, remember he's brought to life, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be.
This is his death scene.
I think so.
His first one. Then he gets a second one.
Yes, and turns into the green, vapor or whatever.
Which is why I think it might be more necrotic how he's brought back. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, but it looks like, I mean, Maul looks like he strikes him down, and
That's what it looks like.
totally looks like it. But interesting how that, how that plays out. Now, I don't think I've heard how many episodes this season is going to be.
I haven't either. Did they post that?
I don't think so. But usually some people like gather some. I mean, this says 10 episodes.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we know how long? Like, do we know if it's 20 minute, 40 minute, an hour?
I do not. That's a good question because usually these are only, 25 or so minutes. The animated versions are.
Right, but you never know.
So this says, this is interesting. So this says so this thing debuts April 6th with 2 episodes.
Yes.
And according to this schedule, I don't know if this is true or not, but it says it's going to be 2 episodes every week, which would put the last 2 episodes, 9 and 10, on May the 4th.
That's actually really smart.
It is very smart.
Dang.
So if this is true, then yeah, we're getting 2 episodes a week starting April 6th, which is that a Wednesday or a Tuesday?
I could not tell you.
That is a Monday.
On Mondays.
Monday the 6th, and then yes, 5 weeks later, May the 4th is on a Monday.
Well, there you go.
So that could work out. If that's true, that'd be pretty crazy, pretty cool. I like that. I like getting 2 episodes a week.
Yes.
I like that a lot, actually. So what's your, we're early. We still got a couple months, Hannah. What's your expectation about this thing? What do you feel like this is, I guess for one, do you feel like this is a necessary story that we should tell from Maul?
I mean, technically, yes, it's not necessary. But based on the other filler shows we got, this is the one I want.
Mm-hmm.
Andor was the one that I thought I didn't want, but realized I needed. This is the one that I want. If we're going to fill them in. If we're going to fill in the blanks,
but may not need it.
We may not need it. I don't know. We have to wait and see what this story is like. I'm sure the performances are going to be great. I'm sure the cinematography is going to be great. Cinematography with animation. It just depends on the story.
Yeah.
And if it's really needed.
Yeah.
What about you?
I definitely want it. I didn't, like I said before, I feel like it was a little obvious that the story was going to get told, but never thought that I just didn't think about it. I was really focused on, when they hinted Asajj in Bad Batch, I was like, okay, well, there's something that's probably going to, come out, a Asajj series or something, which she kind of did with Tales of the Underworld, but until they, but it makes sense because I think, we got to people got to remember, well, at least what the rumors are is Lucas's sequel trilogy had Maul in it.
Yes.
His 789, the lead villain was going to be Maul. It wasn't going to be Palpatine.
And it wasn't going to be Thrawn.
Nope.
Sorry.
Thrawn, no. It was going to be Maul and Talon, Darth Talon, his apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that this is Filoni's way of honoring that some of that story, and of course completing his story from the Clone Wars that he never really got to finish.
Yes.
So I think that's a great opportunity. I think that's, I think, look, I'm all about what Filoni wants to do right now. So
seriously,
yeah. So I think he understands that stuff. Now, the whole Darth Talon thing. Do you think? I think that Twi'lek we saw in there is going to end up being her.
Maybe. I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't know if Maul is going to want her to go full Sith or full dark side. I wonder if it's going to be more like Ahsoka, honestly. This middle ground using both.
I agree with you because, for one, he's not a Sith anymore, so he can't really turn anybody into a Sith. I don't think I think that's the one. I think that Twi'lek we saw is the one that he ends up training or working with. But I don't think I don't think she'll ever get the name Darth. She might get Talon, but she won't get Darth Talon, obviously.
No.
And I don't know if she'll ever get tatted up like how the character, because I didn't realize this. I looked it up, or I didn't remember this till I looked it up again. But so the character of Darth Talon came from the comic books, and it was a series called Star Wars Legacy, which took place about 100 years after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so this is beyond the new Jedi Order, beyond anything that we saw in the books. It was a comic series that came out, and I guess Sith were still around, or they came back.
My question is, how did Maul live that long?
No, Maul's not in that series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was just Talon.
What?
This was just Talon.
Okay.
Yeah, because Talon wasn't a Sith apprentice. She was Darth Talon at this point. Lucas was adopting her into the sequel trilogy as Maul's apprentice. That was his way of kind of bringing her into canon, right? Because she's not canon right now. Darth Talon is not canon right now, so there's no canon stories with her. So anyway, I think that's interesting if that's going to happen. I mean, obviously she doesn't probably survive because she's not around later. But I am interested in seeing how much, because Filoni's all about the Jedi, so I'm wondering how many Jedi show up in this thing. I wonder if Ahsoka does end up showing up. I mean, I think she's got to. I think she has to. I think she has to. I'm calling her right now. She is going to show up at some point in this series.
I don't think so.
You don't think Ahsoka,
no,
someone that Filoni helped create, is not going to show up in an animated series?
Not in this one.
Wow.
Just thinking about the Ahsoka book and when this takes place, I don't think so.
That was what? I mean, that's 2 or 3 years after Clone Wars, I think. I think something like that.
Still.
Yeah, because she technically becomes Fulcrum pretty quickly. Starts working for Bail.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But you don't think she's going to show up in this?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No.
Okay. That is. Who do you think? Do you think any familiar faces show up in this?
Oh, I mean, I feel like they're. I wonder if we'll get Senator Organa. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's going to be a few. I think that, because I think if Bad Batch got 3 seasons, I think this definitely will get 3 seasons at least.
Yeah. That's the hope, at least.
Yeah, I totally think so. because Bad Batch got pretty popular. I think Maul's already popular, and it's just going to be a good series. So I think they're going to at least do 3 seasons. So within 3 seasons, I mean, you're already getting Inquisitors, which means I think eventually you're going to get Vader. I think you're going to have Vader fighting Maul at some point.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I do agree with that.
You're going to see it, and he knows it's Anakin.
He does.
So that's pretty.
And that's why Palpatine wants him dead.
That's right. So I think that's going to happen. I do think Ahsoka is going to show up. I don't think she's going to be in it a lot. I think she's going to show up at some point. I wonder. I did wonder about Organa or Mothma.
Not Mothma,
but
she's going to be in hiding.
Yeah. Well, she's not. Yeah. Well, she's not hiding. She's actually in. I mean, they're like in the Senate, like trying to, politically fight against the Empire. According to, some of those books, like Reign of the Empire, like they're afraid to do anything right now, except Bail. Bail's like doing stuff on his own behind the scenes.
That's true.
But they're all kind of like not sure what to do, and they don't want to. That whole delegation of the 2000 didn't really do anything.
I wonder how much Reign of the Empire is going to cross into this.
Yeah, do you remember? I don't remember when did that take place, like 5 years after this, or like after the Clone Wars?
I feel like
it was like 5 years or something like that.
It was something like that because all of them were so disjointed.
Yes, they were still like in shambles.
Oh, they absolutely were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's interesting, guys. I don't know how much political, I definitely think there'll be more underground. So, there's chances to see these different factions. Like obviously in the trailer there were Pikes. You're gonna probably get the Hutts. You're probably gonna get Black Sun.
You're gonna get all of them.
Yeah.
If you're talking about this guy who wants to be the main crime lord, you're gonna get all of them.
You definitely are. Yep. Jabba, probably. I think he'll make an appearance.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Because he's got to go. Maul's got to go and somehow let these people know who he is and what he's doing,
Yeah.
What was it? I'm trying to think of that other species that Pikes, Hutts, Black Sun. There's another one. I don't know why I can't think of it.
There's another one?
I mean, there's a ton of crime syndicates, but there's like 5 main ones.
Oh, I thought those were the 3 main ones.
Pikes, Hutts, Black Sun. There's one more. For some reason, I'm not thinking of it. And then Crimson Dawn. And then there's the Ashiga clan. Pikes, Hutts. Yeah, okay. For some reason, I can't think of the other one. Anyway, let's see what else. There was something else I was gonna mention, but I kind of lost it.
Oh no!
Cameos. It was cameos. It was expectations. Oh, well, I don't know. I got nothing else.
We're just excited.
I'm just excited. I think there's definitely more to learn about this series. I think, it's one of the things where I think there's only a few shots of this in this trailer that are later episodes. I think everything we're seeing is kind of early.
Yes, I would agree.
To kind of set up what's going on.
Of course.
So there's a lot going on still of where this thing goes.
And this is the teaser trailer.
Yes. Teaser trailer. Not really the trailer, so.
Maybe we'll get something else.
So we're just over 2 months away from the debut of Maul. Because that's interesting because it ends May the 4th, which is perfect timing because then they're going to kick in the gear marketing for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yes.
Which comes out in May, late May. So So there you go. We're finally getting into some Star Wars stuff here in 2026. We will keep talking about this and whatever else is coming our way. We'll still, even though there's something now to talk about, we'll still continue. We kind of left off in the middle of talking, kind of looking back at Rebels a little bit.
Yes.
I do want to do that still, so we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Awesome.
And, whatever news comes out, hopefully more starts rolling out here as things get ready. I mean, we're, in 2 months too, when this comes out, we'll be a year away from Star Wars Celebration. Dang. Which usually means they start talking about it and, pre-selling tickets and
yep,
and all of that, which that's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Hannah's gonna go this time.
I want to go.
Because you've never been to a celebration, right?
No.
Yeah. Wow. But you've been to what cons have you been to?
Star Wars weekends.
So that's it. Did you ever go to LexCon when it was here? Oh, you didn't?
No, because I found out about it too late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cons. Normal cons like a New York Comic Con or Lexington, or Dragon Con down in Atlanta. They're all. I've been to Gen Con up in Indianapolis. Those things are, they're multi-themed, right? Because there's everything there. But when you go to Star Wars Celebration, man, it is
Star Wars.
Just Star Wars. And everybody there is the same level of fandom you are.
That's awesome.
It's so fun, man. It's been a long time since I've been, and it's been a long time since it's been in the States because it's been in Europe and in Japan the last couple times, and
right.
So now it's coming back to the States. I think it's first time since 2020. It was supposed to be in 2021, but COVID pushed it back even more. I think it was 2022. So
wow.
It will be 5 years.
Dang.
Since it was in the States.
And it's going to be in LA?
Los Angeles Convention Center. It is where the last time it was there, it was the 30th anniversary of Star Wars. No, I'm sorry. It was the 20th anniversary. It's 2007.
Okay.
No, that's the 30th anniversary. Yeah, sorry. 30th anniversary. That's right.
Okay.
2007 for the 30th anniversary. Yeah, I was there for that. Okay, Hannah, we will talk more next week about Maul.
Yes, indeed.
I know, and I think I'm going to be jumping on the Mandalore podcast this weekend with Martin to talk about this trailer as well.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so we got something to talk about there now. We've been on a pretty big hiatus there, obviously, because there hasn't been any shows.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody out there, like I said, everybody kind of in the mid to eastern part of the States, take care of yourself, travel safe.
Please.
Hope everything works out. It's going to be very, very difficult for a lot of people here this weekend. I mean, they said, I think I saw something like there's 230 million Americans that'll be affected by this.
Yikes.
By this storm. So, Hannah, probably a good idea to check on your parents.
Of course.
And everybody out there, make sure everybody kind of stays in touch. And you enjoy the weather down there, Hannah.
Will do.
Will do. Yeah, okay. All right. Good to see you, Hannah. Take care.
You as well, Dave.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week. Go check out the teaser trailer for Maul. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk about it next week. Take care. We'll see you. May the Force be with you.